Good morning, retail traders. This is Washboardjim with a sneaky snake trading strategy where we study chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. Right now, being in the now and a chart pattern that I want to focus on is at head and shoulders. So we're going to pull up, first we're going to pull up the /ES, take a good look, gander at it, and we could easily break a double top on this one here. We did break resistance level of a head and shoulders. We're on the second bout of it right now. So if we can sustain this number at 453777 and run up and break this resistance, the next one, which is right at 461022, and that's a gap. That'd be, breaking beyond resistance level of this here head and shoulders. If she does decide to pull back, we're going to use the 9 EMA as your first support level, and that's right around 4437 for a pullback. But that's the /ES. So we are nearing resistance levels, and it might take a little bit of time to break it, unless we're going to go ahead and run right into a Christmas rally. I think we've already had it, but that's my opinion. And we might get some late ducks into the, and we could easily, we've almost made it pull back to the support level of this shoulder line. So we're going to use the 9 for right now. Then you got the IWM. IWM's way oversold. I think this one can run up if it breaks these 3 resistance levels. For right now, we got to try to break the 50-day, and that is building a body, a candle body above the 50-day, and that's right at 180.96 with a long of 186.22, and we're going to keep this here support level at the 9 or the 300 simple moving average on the weekly time frame. Now I'm just started using the 300 because I've noticed the 200 fails. Then I wanted to go to the next moving average, which I figured was a 300 SMA. So I've been using that as a support system. It's been working out very well. Once we fail the 200, so we got to hold the 300 simple moving average, and we got to break the 50 SMA, which is at 180.96, 181, and then long to 186 if we break that. So I'm definitely, out of all the indices, that's the one that's oversold. QQQ, we're still using only the weekly time frame here, and I'm going to draw out a head and shoulders. We've got our trend line. Let's go ahead and erase this here blotch. So I'm going to put my candle right here on this body, and I'm going to run it up to the top of this body right here. So we did breach and break the shoulder line of the head and shoulders. So that needs to hold to run it up to a double top next resistance level up here at 398. Let me get this right. 398.06. That's where you have your most consistent resistance levels. So if it hits that, it could start to create a new channel and squeeze out of this and pop or drop. So we're going to still use the 9 as a support level until that happens. And that's on the QQQ. Resistance to break is going to be the 398.06, and support to stay bullish right around 384. Well, actually, I'm going to lower that. Lower it to the top of this candle right here to 381.44 to stay bullish.
More.
And it could drop and hit the 9 on the weekly, and that's going to be right around 376.39. So we're going to start out I've only met one person that feels like we've hit a resistance. There's probably some in the room, but I met one guy that saw, well, he indicated he sees a resistance, but he didn't point it out, the chart. I pointed out the chart to him, that we are hitting a resistance level and we need to be cautious. We got the SPY. I mean, we can break out. The momentum's here. So here's a SPY. We're looking at, last time I called this out, we had a nice dip. So I'm trying to guess, are we setting up an ascending triangle breakout? I mean, are we going to break this this shoulder line, which we already did? And we did it last time, and we pulled back. So we're at a double top resistance right now. We hit that yesterday. So if we pull back, same principle. We could have a little pullback and then a Santa rally. So look for the 9 on the weekly time frame to hold. If not, then we go to the 21 and the 51 EMA and the 21 SMA. But for right now, being in the now, you got to know that we are at a resistance, and we've hit it many a times and not hold. So this is the fourth time that we've hit this resistance. 4 is too many. But we're at the time of the year where we've got a Santa rally, and everybody's very bullish right now because we've been, 3 months of a downtrend. And we popped back real fast. And to me, it needs to consolidate because it happened too fast. But it's the end of the year. I mean, people are vicious in this market. And it's all rigged, so you got to keep your eyes open. So that's going to be that. We got to break. We got to hold 453.64, and if that holds for a couple of days, I think we can get to 470.82 at the highest level. But I just got to keep repeating: double top resistance, pull back to the 9, boom. We got snake, double top. Triple top break on the snake. 1, 2, 3, boom. So now we've double topped. And today will be Judgment Day. SPX, same thing here. We've got a shoulder line, head and shoulders resistance. Every time we've hit this line, we've pulled back. We called the reversal on both sides, both ends of the table. We called this dip, bounce, pull back. So now we've got the same figure, 1, 2, 3. So this can easily pull back again and adjust for a breakout into Santa rally, which is going to be right around 470.06. So let's see how this week goes. Tesla, I just love what Elon said yesterday. I listened to Bob Iger speak. Twitter blocked me for a day because I don't care much for Bob Iger. He's a wait and see CEO. He'll put something out there and then wait and see the results, not knowing what the results will be. And to me, a CEO cannot build a company like that because that's risk taking. I've been a CEO for over 30 years. There's no way I'd put something out there not knowing if it was going to work or not. I'd give it a shot. But as a CEO, I'm not going to go out there and say, hey, I'm putting this out there to see if you like it or not. If you don't, then I'm screwed. So he's a wait and see CEO, and those are the worst kind to have. And Wall Street loves him, so I don't get it. So I put a tweet out on Stock Twits today saying, Bob Iger, when are you going to put out your next tranny movie? And Stock Twits blocked me for a day. I'm just asking when he's going to put out his next tranny movie. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Good conversation. So I like the fact that Elon told these progressive liberals to more or less shove it. And I mean, I've been saying it all my life. And it's good to have someone out there that can ring that bell and has the money to back it up, you know. And you've seen the backfire on Disney, what's happened to Disney. And you've seen what's happened to Tesla. CNBC will continuously bash this company, and I think they need to be sued myself. So Elon takes a trip to Israel, and it upsets the liberals. So I like him. I just love Elon. He's a spokesperson for, you know, for us below. He speaks out for us. So we've got a squeeze going on with Tesla right now. We can have some volatility, but I think what Elon did yesterday was just beautiful. We need more voices like that.
GG.
So I think this thing's going to definitely have a breakout just on that fact. We got to have a 3-body breakout on this one here, a 1, 2, 3, and the support level. Let me see if we've got a 1, 2, 3 at support. Basically, we have an inverse head and shoulders off the 200 SMA, and it bounced. So this thing can retest that shoulder line and bounce off the 200 again, or even a little bit sooner. At right around 215 would be, but I don't know if we can see that. This is a weekly time frame, but that's definitely a strong buy. Shoulder line. If it comes back down there. If. That's a big if. That'd be that 215 area. But we could have a 1, 2, 3 breakout off this here inverse head and shoulders. We got the touch right there and right there. So it can easily come down one more time and then boom. Or we go ahead and test the resistance level of 254 again, which we did the other day or yesterday. When would we do that? Yeah, yesterday. So let's go back to the 20-day. 240 is going to be your solid support for right now, and that's a triple top breakout. Also, it's a shoulder line of it, head and shoulders. So that's a real solid. I mean, it is solid as could be. 240, 241, if you see it, I'd load the boat. I would. Well, we'll see when that time comes to it. But I'm definitely bullish on Tesla. Disney is another question. I think the company is very, for a child's company, they've gone too queer. And I'll say it again, they've gone too queer for children. So we've got the 300 simple moving average right here at 90.28. I think we'll go ahead and drop down to it. I've got 85.92 for a solid buy on Disney if we do knife down there. Now the fat cats, I mean, you're in a war with Wall Street if you trade this company. You either go along with them or you go against them, and I'm against them. And that's Disney. I'm biased, I admit it. I am biased on a few companies. I think that's about it. I wanted to get that out, that rant out, because Stock Twits blocked me for today, put me on punishment for just a simple question. Bob Iger, if you're listening, when are you going to put out your next tranny movie? And have a good day, retail traders.